Hi everyone. Requesting all to settle down. We'll start by 2:05 sharp. Hello everyone. A very good afternoon to each and everyone, and a very and happy Republic Day and a Saraswati Puja to everyone. Hope everyone is doing fine. I am Shrishti, Relationship Manager from GetGIS, and we here at GetGIS nurture our candidates' dream of migrating abroad. Today, we all have gathered here for a webinar session on why should one migrate to Canada in 2023. And our host for today is Afreen, who has spent her 5 years of time in the immigration segment, and she will be sharing her knowledge about this segment. And as a panelist, we are having Diksha, Mishta, Harita, and Tanushri to assist you with your questions. So let's start with the webinar. And for any concerns or query, I request each and all to drop their concerns in Q&A section, that is question and answer section, and our panelist will be answering you there. And our question and answer session will resume after 20 minutes of the session. So kindly stay tuned to get all the immigration related doubts resolved with us in the webinar session of GetGIS. Thank you. Afreen, handing over to you. Kindly start.
Thank you, Shrishti. Thanks a lot. Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. A very happy Saraswati Puja to all of you, and a very happy Republic Day to all of you. We are very happy that you all are, even on a public holiday, you all are gathered here for our webinar, and we would like to give a thank note that you are attending and you are giving your precious time to us, and we all will hope that with this fruitful session you all will be having answers of the queries that you are having in your mind related to the immigration or related to the migration in Canada. So as Shrishti give you the topic update, that today we will be working on that why we should migrate to Canada in 20 and 23 only. So basically our webinar time will be divided into the 20 minute session. In the starting 20 minutes, we will be working on the immigration Canada, that we will be discussing about the types of immigration in Canada and what are the programs are there. Then in the next 20 minutes, we will be discussing about the eligibility pointers and the documentation process. And in the last 10 to 15 minutes, we will be connecting with each one of you parallelly so that we will be able to solve your queries. Okay. So why we should migrate to Canada in 20 and 23, and some pointers in which we will be discussing in the detailed manner in today's webinar, that C19 bill, what will be the C19 bill and why it should be implemented in the first quarter of 2023, what will be the impact of this bill in the Canadian immigration process. Second, that Canada has increased the immigration level plan for 2023 to 2025. So what does this immigration level plan means? What is the quota that has been given by the Canadian government to all of the immigrants who are planning to migrate over there? Okay. So again, I'll be presenting a slide where I'll be just sharing all the things with you regarding the Canadian immigration system, and then we will be moving forward. So this is about the getgis.org, means the global immigration services, that we are not only dealing with Canada, there are a lot of countries with which our companies dealing. It which includes not only Canada, and we are providing the services related to the Australian immigration, Austria, Sweden, Germany, United Kingdom, and many more countries. It depends on one person's eligibility and one person's documents, one person's experience, that yes, which country will be the best suitable option for you. And now, as we will be discussing about the Canada, that why we should move Canada in 20 and 23. So definitely that we should first understand that why only Canada, why we are not discussing about some other country. So immigration really matters to Canadian economy, means if we talk about the other countries and if we compare the Canada with the other countries, then Canada is the single country, and Canada is the best country where the immigrants are welcomed in a very well mannered, because in Canada, the economy is revived and economy is boosted up by the immigrants who are migrating there. So why immigration matters to Canada economy? Because through the immigration, the Canadian labor market needs the specific requirements. So they meet their specific labor market needs. If they want some salespersons, if they want some IT specialists, if they want some healthcare workers, then they can complete their labor market needs as well through the immigration. Once the immigration happens and the immigrants go over there in Canada, then the immigrants create the jobs, because every immigrant is not a worker. Some immigrants are entrepreneurs as well. So the entrepreneurs, the immigrants, which are the entrepreneurs, which are the businessmen, which are the investors, they create the jobs and they attract the other investment as well through the entrepreneurship program. And not but last but not the least, it drives the innovation as well. You got a chance to work in a biodiversity, you get a chance to present yourself and present your skills among the various persons who are ready to implement your ideas into their ongoing projects. They are ready to take up your ideas and start a new project with you and with your innovation. So you will get a platform where your each idea, each skill, even a single thought will be owned very much, and they will be just working on that, and you will be getting a better platform, and you will be getting a better life, you will be getting the better opportunities in Canada. Okay. So we will first highlight on this today's topic, that why we should migrate to Canada in 2023. So before I'll just move to the main topics, I'll just show you the level plans, that what is the immigration level plans that Canada is having. Okay. The immigration quota plans means that what is the quota that the Canadian government has given to the immigration council of Canada, that how many persons they should be migrating, how many persons they should be asking. Okay, so I hope that my this screen is visible, the immigration quota one. Shristi, I hope this is visible, the table.
Yes, Afreen.
All right, great, thanks. Okay, so basically this is the 2023 to 2025 immigration level plans, and here we can see that there is a target given by the Canadian government, and the target is divided into 3 years, which is 2023, 2024 and 2025. Immigration categories are also there. We need to focus only on the economic immigrants, because the immigration which is most popular, most easiest, most affordable, which one can start the process by on their own factors, this is the economic immigration, which includes the PR as well. So there is a total target of 4,65,000 has been given in the 2023. Then there has been immense increase by the 20,000, then 4,85,000 they are asking by 2024, and then finally the 5 lakh target they are implementing by the end of the 2025. So even if we consider, then each year they are targeting minimum 4 lakh applicants, and this is only for the economic applicants. Okay, and then there are some other more categories, that family immigration, then the refugees, then the humanitarian grounds. Okay, so basically the quota is very big, and we can see that Canada aims to welcome 4,65,000 new permanent residents in 2023. So even if we talk about 2023, then the quota is very higher. So that is the reason that 2023 is a best year to migrate to Canada, because this year there will be a lot of more opportunities, and there will be a lot of vacant applications, and there will be a lot of vacancies as well. And then maybe you can be one of those persons, you can be one of those lucky immigrants who will be able to get the invitation letter from the Canadian government. Now we are talking about that why we should migrate to Canada in 2023. So before that, the points that why we should choose 2023 only, we should first choose that what is the immigrants and what are the economic immigrants. So immigrants is very simple, the person who is migrating from a home country to a new country, that person is known as an immigrant. But what do you understand by the economic immigrant? Now that is the question here. So what do we understand by the economic immigrants? That the person or the immigrant who will be able to give something to the country's economy. And how we will be able to contribute to the economy? By paying the taxes. And which person is eligible to pay the taxes? The person who will be doing a job which will be coming in a skilled manner or a professional manner. The person will be able to give the taxes and will be able to boost up the economy by paying the taxes on time, by being a good permanent resident holder of that country, and by giving the new innovations to that country. So Canada accepts immigrants with skills to keep the economy growing, because in Canada, the government also invests in the new project. Please excuse me, just allow me only 1 minute. There is a technical issue. Yeah. So I was talking about the skills, about the innovation. So Canadian government is one of the government which invest into the new projects, new innovations, and which always welcome the people with the new skills, with the new ideas, with the new talents. People who apply as an economic immigrants are ranked on a point system. So this point system, how they are ranked, what are the basic eligibility criteria, that we'll discuss on later. The point system attract the immigrants who will be able to contribute to their new communities. So the point system on which the Canadian government will be sorting the profiles, this point system attract the immigrants, because it is a very fair system. If you are getting these much points, then you are eligible. If you are not getting the points, it means you are not eligible for the economic immigration. That means you need to get a different pathway. You need to choose a different pathway. So you will not be trapped in a situation, in a hard and rock situation, and everything will be crystal clear in front of you. This is the biggest benefit, and this is the biggest advantage of the Canadian immigration system. Okay, the point system. So now we need to discuss on the point system. So before we're gonna start to discuss about the point system, let's start discussing about some profiles, and let's discuss about the criteria on which we work. Okay, how do we work, and what will be the things that we will be working on. So suppose I am a professional, I'm working since last 3 years, I am holding a bachelor's degree. Suddenly I thought that everything is fine, but I need a very good career revamp for me. And in the country, it's not only about India, any country where I am working right now, I'm not satisfied, because my skills, the talent level I am having, that is not optimized properly. My management or my company is not able to use my skills as a resources. Then I thought, okay, then my friend is telling me someday that okay, Afreen, why are you wasting your time here in this company? See, you have that much skills, then you can easily take the participation in the Canada PR program, and then you can easily migrate over there, because the government is himself inviting you. You have a very good experience, you have a very good education background, and definitely your language skills are too good. Then one day I thought, okay, I explored the things, I researched, then I heard with some colleagues as well that they are also a participant in the Canada PR program, and some of have even gone through there. And the best thing, the process was in their hands. The process was under the control. The process was very affordable process. And the investment that was done in the process in regarding of the monetary and financial terms, it was an investment which have the more returns. We can't get the more returns through a fixed deposit. We can't get the more returns through a mutual funds. We can't get the more deposits if we are investing into the government bonds, into the government policies. But yes, if someone is investing into the Canada PR, then definitely there will be a lot of benefits that you will be getting in the form of a return, and there will be no time limit for those returns. The time you will be living your life, the time you will be there in Canada, you can enjoy those benefits for you as well as for your family and as well as for your dependents as well. So let's discuss about the point system, that how the point system work. Applicant gets points for each of the following criteria. Like you have some factors for which the applicant gets the points: age, level of education, French and English language skills. Why only these two languages? Because in Canada, the primary language is English and the secondary language that they use, it is the French. Then the fourth one is the work experience, family living in Canada, post-secondary education in Canada, and then the job offer letter, if you have any job offer letter in the Canada, and those with the highest scores are invited to come to Canada. So like there is a whole system in which the profiles are submitted, the profiles are ranked, and the profiles which are having the score, very good scores, the highest scores, they are get invitation. Okay. Family sponsored immigrants, so there are a benefit from the relatives as well who are living already there in Canada, being a permanent resident. So they can sponsor their spouse, their parent, their children, their parents and grandparents, or other relatives, some other cases as well. But for that, the sponsors needs to provide all of the financial documents for all of the basic needs, no matter what happens. Okay. So what is the eligibility for FSW program Canada? Now, first we need to understand what is this FSW program. So this FSW program is nothing, but this is the Federal Skilled Worker Program, which is the program through which you can take participation in the Canada PR program. Why it is a Federal Skilled Worker Program? Because the skilled person who is having at least a graduate degree, having 1 year of minimum work experience in a single occupation, should be a full-time work, proficient English skills, and age should be less than 45 years. This is the minimum eligibility criteria, that if we are thinking of migrating to Canada and that is straightforward on a permanent residency, then this should be the eligibility criteria we should be fit in. Okay. Now, biggest question, that it's okay. You understood, we understood that it is a point system. What will be the points for which factors, that we will be discussing after this. But first, the question comes into mind, why we should migrate to Canada? Why there should be immigration happening to Canada? They provide the greater standard of living because they are providing all of the social security benefits, which will cover our health expenses, our education expenses, more stable political environment, huge demand and better salary for the skilled immigrant talent. So this is the first thing that I have talked about. And this was the first thing for which I have given you the example, that they are asking about the more and more talent and they are inviting the more persons. Someone has raised their hands. I'll connect with you once we will be finishing this topic, and then we will talk about in this detail. Okay. Opportunity to bring more family members of the family abroad, because you can just bring more members. And if you are a PR holder, as we discussed, through the family sponsorship, you can bring your family members as well. Less rigorous immigration process compared to other English speaking nations. This is the first thing I'm telling since the starting, that if we compare the other countries, the process is very simple, very sorted, okay, and very transparent. Free healthcare and education, vibrant multicultural cities that are home to migrants from the multiple countries. Are you eligible? This is the biggest question, that okay, now we have make up a mind that we will migrate to Canada, but how we will migrate and what is the point system which will be working? So for understanding the point system, we need to understand that there is a point system of the 67 points on which the Canadian immigration system works. These 67 points contribute the factors like your age, work experience, education, your language skills, your job offer. Okay. So for language skills, if you are efficient in both of the languages, English and French, then your calculation will be done out of the 28. But if you are eligible for at least one of the language, then the contribution will be done through the 24 points. Okay. But how you can prove your language skills? This is the biggest question. So you can prove your language skills by giving the language test. So for English, you can give the IELTS and CELPIP. For the French efficiency, you can give the TCF and TEF. Okay, so the TEF and the TCF examination. Then education. Highest points are 25. So which means if a person is having a PhD degree, then you will get the 25 points. If you have a bachelor's degree, you will get the 21 points. If you have a master's degree, you will get the 23 points. If you have 2 or more degrees, you will get the 22 points. So that we need to know that what are the points you are getting on your education part. Then as for work experience, maximum are 15 starting from 9. Then for the age, maximum points are 12. Lowest point will be 0. Between 18 to 35, you will get 12. But as your age will be increasing, the points will be decreasing. On the 36, you will get 11. On the 37, you will get 10. So by every increasing year, your points will be decreasing. So if we are planning a Canada PR, it's very necessary that we are starting at a very good age. Okay. So now how many points you are getting through all of these factors, that depends. And if calculating the points and you are getting more than 67 or at least 67, it means you are eligible and you are good to proceed further for the Canada PR. Okay. Now, the next thing is, okay, this is the basic point system, but in Canada, the other word that has been used, it is a word that is the CRS score. So one need to see also that what is your CRS score. What is this comprehensive ranking score on which you are coming? Okay. So what do we understand by the CRS score? There is a pool. There is a system in which all the profiles are ranked. And as per that pool, if your score is matching with the score on which the draws is happening. So the draw is exactly like a lottery system where the government chooses a number. Okay, the number which is the highest number in the pool, and then they invites the person on that. So the profiles which is exactly matching with the government cutoff, like suppose the government cutoff has been done on 440, and if my score is 440, so I will get the draw. Now the question is how you will get to know whether your score is 440 or not, and how you will be able to calculate that point. Will there be any algorithm? Is there any hard and rock rule for calculating these points? No, this is very simple. There is a calculation method which is known as the CRS score calculator, and from there one person can calculate the points. Okay, so let me share the screen with you. Okay, so I hope my screen is visible to you. So this calculator is known as the CRS calculator. Using this calculator, the one person can calculate the CRS score. Like if I'll talk about myself, so the first question the person will be asking into the calculation, it will be asking about the marital status. I have been never married. How old are you? I am in the 25 years of age. Okay. What is your highest level of education? I am having a master's degree. Have you earned a Canadian degree, diploma or certificate? No. Official languages? Yes. For as an assumption I am taking, I have given the IELTS, but it is expired because it is valid for 2 years. So the standard score which is required, it is 8,777, which means 8 in listening, 7 in reading, 7 in writing, and 7 in speaking. Okay. Do you have other language test results as well? Not applicable. Okay. Work experience in Canada? No. Work experience in foreign country? Like apart from Canada, all other work experience will be counted in the foreign work experience. Any qualification from any territory? No. Any job offer letter? No. Any nomination certificate? No. Any relative in Canada? No. So now if I'll get my points calculation done, which is 469, which is again a very good score, because right now the cutoff is on 490. But when the cutoff will be slightly decreasing, it will become nearby 469, 465 as well. Okay. So using this tool, one can calculate their CRS score and one can know that what will be the exact score on which you will be coming. And as per the CRS score, your immigration counselor will be give you the options that this will be the best program which will be suitable for you. Okay. Now, this is the CIC news portal, and this is the official portal of the Canadian government, where the Canadian government give all of the news related to the Canadian immigration. So here the Canadian government gives all of the information which is related to the immigration. And here the Canadian government is also given that IRCC invites 5,500 express entry candidates in the second draw of 2023. Okay. And in this article, the IRCC is also talking about the targeted draws, that when the targeted draws will gonna start. IRCC developing categories for targeted express entry draws, and which means that the C19 bill pointer. So previously, it was only the CRS score on which the decision was taken. But now, once this targeted draws will be implemented, then your education, your experience, your education, everything will be considered. And then IRCC will be having the invitations given to a targeted group. Suppose there is a need of nurses, then they will be targeting all the nurses. It doesn't matter whether the CRS score is 469 or whether the score is 350, but they will be invited from each and everywhere. Okay. Then, and possible categories for targeted draws. So possible categories will be decided by the labor market needs, that what is the labor market needs. The like French speaking immigrants also have an advantage, okay, because they will become bilingual. Then the persons who have previous Canadian work experience, then the person who have the efficiency in the trade skills, okay, then the person who have the IT skills. So like this, through this kind of the things, they will be able to work on the efficiency of the targeted draws. And this is the C19 bill, that the person will not be only measured through the CRS score, but the person will also be measured through the age, education, experience, qualifications, skills. Okay. So this is about the C19 bill. And why we are targeting 2023? Because this is a bill which is going to be implemented in 2023 only. Okay. So C19 bill will be implemented in the first quarter of 2023 only. Canada has increased the immigration level plan that I have already showed you. Let's come back to our PPT again. Now the persons ask, okay, this is fine. Now I want to know about the annual salaries, or about, I want to have an idea about the salary range. So these are some occupations which are in demand in Canada right now at the moment, and these are some annual salaries. So even if you can see that even for an administrative assistant, the person is getting an annual salary minimum from 37,000 Canadian dollar, maximum to 46,000. And right nowadays, even for the students, the Canadian government has increased the working hours, that you can work as much as you want. There is no cap. There is no limitation that you need to work only 20 hours per week. Okay. But now the question arises, this is fine. How we will start the process? What are the prerequisites? We calculated the 67 points. We calculated the CRS score as well. But how the process needs to be initiated? So the first thing, that why the person should go through the immigration counselor, through the immigration experts, or through the immigration consultants, or why you should hire a professional. That the first thing, that immigration persons or the immigration counselors, they will make your process easier. Because if you are going with the immigration process yourself, you will stuck somewhere, because the process is very complex. There are a lot of technicalities there. And if you are going yourself alone, then it can be happen that first you are filling the wrong form, then the second time you are filling the right form. It will waste your time. Because when we make the choice that we want to move to a new nation, it's not an easy choice. When we decide that we need to move to a new country, we need to go through a lot of things. We need to make a plan, just not only for the career, but because we will be shifting from our home country to a new nation, then we need to go through a lot of arrangements. We need to go through the financial arrangements. We need to go through the accommodation deals as well. We need to go through the lot of locations, and we need to go through the weather forecasting as well. Okay. So we want everything should move in a very easy manner. We want that everything should move as good as possible after making the choice. So inconveniently, immigration applications can be complex. We can never think they can be very complicated, because there are some terms which are technically, everyone can't understand those terms. For understanding those terms, we need someone who is very experienced in this industry. So that is, a professional immigration counselor is not required to immigrate to Canada, but they are highly recommended. Okay. And why they are highly recommended? Because in many cases we have seen, even I have myself seen, I'm like, this is my 6th year into the same industry, that if you are applying by themselves, I have worked on many profiles where the person first apply by themselves, but because they make some mistakes which were the the outcome was, it was the unsuccessful, or it was the lengthy delays where the process can be done in the 8 months, the process was taking 16 months because of some technical issues that the client faced while filling the applications. Okay, so as a result, because everyone is very busy, and because we are not expert into this subject, we need a subject matter expert. Sometimes we are in the shifts, we are into this shifting priorities. Okay, we have some new introductions, there are some new immigration policies which we don't know about, but the immigration counselor will be aware with all these things. So why we should hire a consulting company, or why we should go with a immigrational professional? It's important to avoid making the huge mistakes. We can't afford the hefty mistakes while we are working on the immigration applications. We should know the person who will be working on your profile, they will be knowing about the necessary authorizations as well. They will explore your choices, because before making any decision, they will suggest you that this is the right program, you should proceed with it, and this will not be the right program for you. They will be following the guideline. Okay, and they will be keeping their own interest in the mind. They will be boosting your possibility of success, because if you hire an immigration consultant, they will advocate each and every possible manner for you. They will help you to achieve your goals. With a dedicated consultant on your side, you can rest assured that immigration and application process will go as smooth as it's possible. And attempt, while we come for the attempt, it's not an exam attempt, because here there is no final score. Immigration, it's like a probability. It is a math where the calculations on the different manner can be very successful. Okay, so that is the reason we should choose a good immigration consultant. We should choose a good immigration. So this is the reason that we should choose an immigration consultant, and we should go through an immigration professional. Okay, now the thing is that when it comes to Canada migration, people ask that, okay, I am planning a PR, but I need a job first. Okay, so why we are giving you the direct permanent residency option? Why we are not talking about anything related to the job? So there is a very big concern related to this. If you are a permanent resident of Canada, and if you are a PR holder, then for you getting a job is very easier than a person who is a normal citizen of India, or who is a normal citizen of any other country. And why this thing happens? Because in Canada, there is a process needs to be run through the employer side. Okay, and that process is called as the LMIA process, the labor market impact assessment process. And under that process, the employer needs to take the permission from the Canadian government that in whole Canada, I am not able to get a perfect candidate for my role who will be able to perform the job duties that I am advertising. And that is the reason I want to hire a foreign employee. And this process takes minimum 6 to 7 months, because for filing an LMIA application, the employee needs to run an advertisement. That advertisement needs to be run at least for the 2 months. Then they need to get the acceptance from the ESGC, Council of Canada, and then the employer verification will be done. Like the government will be checking the background of the employer, that whether they are financially well or not, whether they are doing financially well or not, whether they will be able to sponsor your health expenses, your medical expenses or not. Okay, while in case of the PR, everything will be counted on your points. If your age is good, if you have holding a good work experience, if your education qualification is good, then you will be able to get through the PR process very easily. Okay, and in the PR, the biggest benefit that you will get, you can plan a family PR. In PR, there is no restrictions on you. You can take your whole family along with you. And the best part is that the Canadian government will not only give the permanent residency benefits to the primary applicant, instead they will give all the benefits to each and every person, to each and every single person who will be migrating to the country. Means if I am planning a PR, a family PR, then I will not be the only one who will be getting the benefits. My husband, my children, my dependents will also get the same benefit. Okay, and after 2 years, if I have an unbreakable stay in the Canada for the whole 2 years, I can apply for the citizenship as well. And even if I don't want to apply for the citizenship, I can renew my PR card after each and every 5 years. Okay, now the question comes that this is fine, we are ready to good to go, but why only our company? Why you should proceed only with the GetGIS immigration? So the first thing, We are providing a team to you. We will not be providing one single person who will be working on your profile. We will be giving you two persons who will be working in a team. One will be your case manager, other one will be your relationship manager. Your case manager will be taking care all of the technical side, all of the process related queries, all of the process related concerns, and for all of the communication part, there will be your relationship manager who will be always available for you. Okay, so this is the biggest benefit the clients are getting from the global immigration services, which are having their process running from us. Okay, second benefit, you will be giving you will be getting a very clear idea, you will be getting a very practical idea that how far you can go in your process. We are not in a business of giving you the wrong consultations. We are not in a business to we will give you the wrong advice. If someone is not eligible, then we are straightforwardly saying Canada is not the best option for you. Maybe your profile can be suitable for Germany, your profile can be suitable for Austria, your profile can be suitable for Sweden as well. So we are not only just taking the cases just to make that we are only having the expertism in Canada. We are taking the profiles as per the profile expertism. If someone is good and having a fit for Sweden, then instead of Canada, we will be giving the option for the Sweden, because we know that in Sweden the profile will be accepted very easily. Okay. Third thing, if it comes to the financial terms as well, then our company is giving all of the facilities. You can run your process on the EMI process as well. You can run your process on the loan as well. And you can run your process in the installments as well. Okay. All the documents formats, all the samples, all the necessary things which is required to initiate the Canadian PR process will be provided by our team to you. Okay. And the best thing is that with the PR process, there will be a job search assistance service given to you, in which there will be a full-fledged team who will be revamping your resumes into the international standards, who will be marketing your profile to the different Canadian employers, to the different job portals. Okay. Although it will be done on a timely basis manner, because we need to follow the protocol, we need to go as per the timelines that yes, this is the correct time, then I should lodge my profile. So not only these services, but you will get the timely updates, the weekly updates. You will get to know what is happening in Canada. You will be getting the weekly newsletters. You will be getting the weekly sessions, query sessions, update sessions. Okay. And because our working timings are also between 9:30 a.m. to 7 p.m., so one can be very flexible. If you are working from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., then even you have half an hour in the morning and 1 hour in the evening, that after your office you can discuss about your applications as well. Okay. So this was the things which I would like to discuss with you in the today's webinar. And 2023 is a very happening year to plan the immigration, because there will be a lot of more positive changes happening into the Canadian immigration policy, and they will be making these changing just to invite a lot more and more immigrants, so that the immigration process can be a little bit easier for the persons who are migrating right now. Okay. And according to me, I would always say that even if there is a chances that if they are at even 20% chances, it is very better that we should at least take those 20% chances as well, because it is very great to try and get failed instead of never trying. And if we are never trying, then after the 40, when we are at our 40s or when we are at our 45, then we will be thinking, oh, that time can be a very suitable time when I can apply for the PR. Oh, maybe this can happen. My friend is sitting in the Canada, but I can also be in the Canada as well. Okay. So instead of repenting on that time, we should always go, and we should always take a head ups that yes, now I am in a perfect age. What will be the results? We should never think of the results on a very first manner. First, we should run our process very smoothly. Okay. So let's start with the query sessions as well. I would request to attendees that please raise your hand one by one. I'll come to you. We can't be have a explaining session with all of you. So we will just take the minimum queries from your side, and I'll try that I'll sort it out within 1 to 2 minutes, because then we need to cover the timelines as well. Okay. All right. Yes, Junaid, how may I help you? Junaid, are you able to hear me? Hello.
You are audible, Afreen.
Okay. Yeah, then Pankaj is there. Yeah, hi Pankaj. Hello. Pankaj, you have raised your hand. You want to ask about any query?
Hello.
Yeah, yes, Pankaj. How may we help you?
Actually, I joined late, so that's why I just joined like 5 to 7 minutes before.
Okay.
I got a query. I just got answer. Like if a person
Yeah.
who wanna apply under PNP,
Okay.
what's the maximum age for that?
See, Pankaj, because there are 10 provinces in Canada and every province has different criteria. Okay. But the
Like
best
the
province
average
to
age.
apply for the job is the Saskatchewan. Okay. Where we can
Okay.
get the
Okay.
maximum points.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the another thing is how to check my eligibility. Like suppose if I
Pankaj,
have to check
yeah, so for different, like as I told you that in this session we don't have that much time that we will be able to calculate the possibility for each and every province, but I would like to request you to fill the form so that our immigration
okay.
experts will be able to connect with you and they will calculate your eligibility for PNP, that for which provinces you are eligible and which will be the bestest options for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
All right. Thank you,
Yeah.
Pankaj.
Thank you.
Okay.
Have a
Okay.
nice day.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm coming to the other person as well, Mr. Murugesan. Just give me only 1 minute. Yes, Mr. Murugesan, how may I help you? What is your query related to the Canada PR?
Yeah, hi, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Okay, so actually, I have seen your session. It was very informative. Thanks for that.
Thanks a lot.
And actually, for the proof of funds part, I need some assistance. Like I am having a loan, okay, and with that, if I am taking a top up for arranging the proof of funds, will
Okay.
there be any impact on that?
There will be an impact, but that impact will be cleared if the person or the organization through which your loan is going on, if
Hmm.
they are ready to give you a letter of clearance that yes, your CIBIL score is good, your past all debt history is good, and they have the full confidence that you will be repaying their debt on time. Okay. So
Okay.
then your loan, the ongoing loan will not be having any kind of issue with your funds and with your PR application.
Okay, okay. So, is there any minimum time limit? I mean, like minimum EMIs to be cleared or something? Is there anything like
Pankaj,
that?
at least your if your loan tenure is like at least for the 5 years, na, then at least for
Hmm.
1 years of the loan, all the all the EMIs should be cleared because then you will be having a strong history that you are paying your EMIs on time.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So, will we wanted to be submitting our CIBIL report also along with the
It's great if you are putting your CIBIL records because in our organization we are putting all of the positive documents that can be in our favor, so that
okay,
there will be no chance of rejection or say, so there will be no, we will not be like we will not be leaving with any kind of loophole that will lead to the rejection of the application.
okay, okay. All
Yeah.
right. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. Yeah, hi Mr. Gokulan, what's your query? Hello. Yeah, Mr. Gokulan, would you like to ask anything? Yeah, Mr. Rakesh, you may please ask your query. Hello.
Is my voice audible?
Yeah, your voice is audible to me. Yes,
Yeah,
Mr.
hi.
Rakesh.
Hi, actually, I'm asking on behalf of my spouse. Actually, I'm thinking of making her a primary applicant.
All
I
right.
have a doubt. Now she's doing her MTech. Actually, she has a 2011 pass out from BTech. After
Okay.
10 years, recently she got admission into BITS Pilani, where it's a work integrated program. She's going to complete that MTech by coming year,
By
by next,
coming here, which means by the end of the 2023
no, 2024 starting.
for the 24 starting. All right.
So is it like better to apply now or after completion of MTech, should we go for her?
See, it is always better to apply if you are getting the minimum eligibility criteria. I'll tell you what happens, why we should apply at a very earlier stage if we are eligible, Mr. Rakesh, because as old your profile will be, then you will be getting the priority. Okay.
Okay.
Because when she will be completing the masters, then it, because as I am telling from the starting that immigration is a probability. We never know what can be happen. Like in recent in the very like few past years, maybe in 2000 nearby 2019, there was a draw happened for the Canadian experience class and the cutoff was just 75. It was
Okay.
just 75. Okay. And
Okay.
all of the persons got the invitation because they were the active express entry candidate. So if you and she, if you
Mm.
both are getting the eligibility points, then you should apply it right now. When she will complete the masters, you can just add the points in the in the application as well, because if you will be submitting the profile, first thing, the points for the age will be deducting. Second thing, you will be a new applicant in the pool, so you will be put it after all of the applications which will be submitted this year.
Okay, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Actually, I have one more thing. Like, actually, we need to go with West certification. I mean to say, that's an educational one. Now we need to go with that, and again after completion of her MTech, again we need to submit that certificate, right?
There is like you again don't need to go. There is an option of upgrading your West report, so you can upgrade your course only in the same report.
Okay, so need not
Okay.
apply again freshly, right?
Yeah, you don't need to again pay the whole fees. There will be only the minimal charges of the WES that they will take from you to just upgrade your course or upgrade your report. That's it.
Okay, fine. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Okay. Okay, so I believe that we are good to go because I don't think there are some other persons who are having any kind of queries. I hope that you all have filled your form so that our persons will be able to reach out to you. Okay. And I would like to thank you, all of you, that even on a holiday, you just joined the immigration webinar. And I hope that all the persons who have asked me the queries, that their doubts are resolved. And even if there is anyone who wants a detailed counseling session, that we are having the sessions in our offices as well. We are located in the Delhi NCR, Gurgaon as well. We are located in the Pune, Chennai, Bombay, Kolkata, Hyderabad as well. So if any person wants to meet us in person, then please fill the form and you can connect with our counselors and then you can reach out to in person as well. And thanks a lot that you have attended our webinar, and I am really very grateful that you all attended our session, and I hope that it will help you to just make an immigration plan for you and your family, and it will lead you to your good immigration journey as well. Thanks a lot. Yeah, Shrishti, I hand it over to you so that you can please end it with a thank note.
Thank you so much, Afreen, for having or for giving such a good information on the Canada. And also thank you everyone for joining us on the, on holidays as well. I have dropped in the form link in your chat box for the personal counseling sessions. If anyone is interested, kindly fill in the form. Our counselors will be getting in touch with you at earliest and hoping to get you guys enrolled with us soon. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone.